Now she knows it's not bullshit. Like, I'm clinically diagnosed with give me a goddamn minute. That's what the therapist wrote on the pad. Give him a goddamn minute. Take that.
Ooh, I'm loving this interview.
I can't tell stories authentically without honoring my own.
What I thought was humility was me playing small.
Guilt and shame have no place in the human experience.
And so to not love myself is so disrespectful.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Human to Human.
Every conversation we've had, I leave like better, you know?
Thanks for being here.
I'm just ready for you to like make me laugh.
We've known each other for a while, so this is.
I'm ready for you to make me laugh. So we talked a lot about this already. What you do for a living, being able to process life through laughter for a living,
yes,
is very incredible to me. And we all talk about how laughter is the best medicine, right? But my question is it really, especially when everybody's sick, either of the political climate, the financial climate, the relationship climate? Like, how do we process some of these challenging things through comedy?
Because you can't be mad at. Can I cuss?
Yes.
Okay. Because you can't continue to be mad at shit you can't control. It's impossible. So if you just let that shit go and you laugh, all right, let's talk about this. I got here 2 hours ago.
It's funny, but it's true.
I ain't have to be here 2 hours ago.
Right.
I could be pissed. I'm not. I should be
and
pissed.
I wanted you to be.
I should be upset.
Yeah.
But right. you tried to calm me down. I go, I'm calm. What I'm gonna do?
Right.
I'm already here now. Right. So I mean, like it's like I don't care enough to be mad at something that I can't control. I'm already here. I met a couple people. I met my girl right here. We talked earlier. Like, it was a great conversation. Talked about how pissed I was, but I'm smiling through it. So like it doesn't really matter. Like, it's stuff you can't control. It doesn't serve anybody. And that's when we get to this whole, we kind of spoke about this a little yesterday when we caught up on the phone. But there's like all these words people use now.
Go ahead. You have a theory about this.
All these words that people use now that like don't, like, you trying to figure out a way to try to get your emotions out. Like it's like it's new. Like, I don't believe in anxiety. We all got it. If we all got it, it just is.
Can't be a thing.
You can't be. It's not a thing. And I'm sure somebody's gonna go through like you worried a little bit. That's what anxiety is. Oh, my anxiety's flaring. No, it's not. You a little nervous or you a little worried. Just say you're a little worried.
So how do we?
I don't like when people get triggered. Shut the fuck up. You a little pissed? Just say you're a little pissed. This shit triggers me. You're gaslighting me. Shut the fuck up. Be an adult. Shit don't go the way it's supposed to all the time. That's it. That dude, he understands. He goes.
If you're addressing a sensitive kid, how do you do it and still?
I ain't got no kids. I don't know. I ain't got no kids. Let me tell you something. If it's time to leave the house and an 8-year-old is like, my anxiety's not letting me get in the car, you getting left. You're not gonna make the trip.
So what are you actually saying? Because I know that's not what you're saying.
Man, that's how I talk to these kids. I talk to these kids like this, and they grow up quick. I used to be a first grade teacher. I taught first grade fresh out of college, and I talk to those kids like they're adults, because you got to raise adults, not children. These kids can't be 30 years old being like, you can always, yes, express yourself, but also, hey man, sometimes people not gonna care. Life ain't gonna care. If you got a job, you gotta go to work. Your boss don't care if you got anxiety. What? You better clock in.
Okay, so how do you deal with some of your life challenges while protecting the people that, you have your own experiences, but they probably involve a lot of different people. So how do you protect them while exploring it through, like you said, comedy, through laughter, through I can't control it?
I think you gotta listen to people. Everybody communicates different, right? So a lot of stuff I say is to me it's sarcasm, but at the same time it's people tell you who they are, and hopefully they're being honest with you. But like, okay, for example, right now, like I just if you didn't know, so I also host another show on Netflix called Drink Masters. So I'm the host of that, and found out officially yesterday that is not coming back. Like they canceled it, then they brought it back, then they canceled it again. And I go, they're supposed to give me new dates, right? And I go, this is my career, but also, hey man, I got a life to live. So you won't give me the dates. And this is not, well, I do want to say clearly, this is not on Netflix. Netflix, I am not talking shit about Netflix. Netflix has been very kind with me, but the production company was playing with my time. And at a certain point, my time is mine, right? And so it affects everybody. It affects the people that I take care of, the people that, financially I assist, right? But also it's things that I can't do in life. Like if I sit around waiting on you, I go, all I'm trying to do is be collaborative, communicate, and try to let's work together on this. But if you can't tell me anything, then I have to walk away and do what else is best for me. So now I got to take the information I just got of going, okay, this is not going to happen anymore. And relay it to them to go, everything going to be fine. It's like when somebody get laid off, it's like, I remember my dad got laid off a couple times when I was growing up, and he come home and be like, lost the job. What we eating for dinner? Like he ain't thinking about it. He's like, I got to figure out something else, but what can I do about it right now? Nothing. So yeah, you got to process, like that's a part of life. You got to chip away the things you can control and move on to the next thing. But also like it's one of those jobs that I had for Netflix that, once again, I love Netflix. They've taken care of me for years. I do. I care about them. They're great. It's a lot of people I've worked with over the last probably 5 to 7 years. But the production company did not treat me well. And I go, I don't even know if I want to work with y'all again. I like the people that I was working with as far as like the cast and the crew and everybody who was eating that I saw every day. But the producers weren't kind to me. And that's not fun.
How do you deal with that?
Like I've been in Hollywood for 12 years, like working since the moment I got there, and I've never had an experience like this. And it was like, it felt weird to go, I uproot my life for 6 weeks. I leave home. I got to figure out my dog and my girl and how to be away in Toronto for shooting for 6 weeks to go. This is great. I'm living my dream. But I can't get no toilet paper. I need toilet paper. Y'all got some? Why can't I have some? And I mean literally toilet paper. I'm just asking for toilet paper. Water, soap, paper towel. And then they're like, yeah, we'll get it. I ain't seen the stuff. I'm getting to work. I mean, like today, I showed up 2 hours early, right? Because I show up for the people that you call. I go, yeah, I'll be here. I'm getting set 3 hours early. Everybody else late. And I go, but I don't want to be that dude. If I start complaining, they go, this the black dude being difficult. And I go, motherfucker, I'm sorry. I'm
You're being, that's beautiful.
I go, I'm hair. I do my own hair. Makeup is done. I'm ready 3 hours. I go, now you wasting my brain. How on you want me to be? Now you go, oh, he's slowing down. Well, I shouldn't have got here 3-4 hours early. I'm the most professional person you'll ever see. So it's like, now I got to pull it back. So I don't know if they do continue to show, it will be without me. But I go, you can't just, because that feels like control. And it's like, I wanted to be collaborative, but now it feels like it's controlling. And like, that's not the money. You're not paying me enough to be controlled. There is a number. There is a number, but I didn't get it.
Right.
So I'd rather walk away.
Right. Wait, you just brought something up actually in regards to the Black person who's complaining. And I think all of us have experienced some version of, okay, I'm trying to advocate for myself at my job or in my career, but I'm also trying to keep the peace. What's the decision behind figuring out which one to do?
I think there's a moment when you go, because I can process, I can make it funny and fun for whatever, even when we going down, we about to go down in flames. I can compartmentalize that for myself to just go, you know what, I'm taking everybody with me. But I got to get to that point because right now I'm like, if I'm quarterbacking this thing, I'm leading. I want everybody to feel comfortable and feel safe. But at a certain point, I gotta go. I remember we were shooting the first season. We had to take a break because there's some COVID stuff happening still, and so we shot back the first season back in 2021, and one of the cast members got COVID, so we had to shut down for like 2 weeks, and they sent everybody home except for me. Everybody leaves Canada except for me. I am hot because they didn't tell me they were sending other people home either. So we get the call. They go like, "Hey, let's all get together." Everybody got their mask on. They're like, "Hey, man, let's all corral real quick. All the producers, the cast, we all meet up." And they're like, "Hey, we got to not be around each other for a little bit because somebody got COVID, so we need to separate. I go, so why did we come together? And the producers are like, don't be an asshole. And I'm like, I think y'all the ones being real dumb right now. If we're not supposed to touch, this could have been an email, right? And so then they send me back to my apartment, and they put everybody on planes the same day except for me. And I'm like, why are y'all? I couldn't get toilet paper. Now I can't leave. So I'm like, oh, I'm taking everybody down. They go, we coming back in 2 weeks. I go, we starting up when I feel like coming back. We on episode 9. We too far in. Right. Y'all gotta do what I want to do now. And I don't want to be that dude, but sometimes you go, I got a bucket list of things already that y'all have not done well for me. That are very simple things. I don't ask for a lot. I'm not one of those dudes that you know, you get on set and you see a lot of people's like, oh, I don't want the crew food. I want sushi. And I go, no, I'm eating the crew food. I'm going to eat with the crew. And I like being around because it becomes a family after a while. You go on a production, you become a family. And I like to eat and I don't hang out in dressing rooms like that. I like to talk to the people. And but when I feel like that I'm not being respected in that way, I'm like, it's going to be funny when I say it, but I mean all these words. I can't help it. I can't help it. And I'm like, but also at the same time, it's like, but tell the whole story. Right. Don't tell the part when I was difficult. Tell people how it got difficult.
Right. That's good. I've actually, I'm processing that in real time because I think a lot of us experience that where we either get called difficult or get called something that's like, you didn't tell the whole story though. You didn't tell the part.
Give me all the context.
Yeah. Okay, can you talk to me about why you got in comedy?
Why I got in comedy? Like because I was.
Is there a moment in your childhood that also reflects why you got in comedy?
I think. Well, I did my first TV show I was like 12 years old, but it was like a public access, like it was a kid show on like PBS or public access channel or something. And it was a live crowd, and I loved that feeling. But there was also there's a moment where I was getting a lot of trouble in school, and my dad used to make me. He goes, watch everybody else, and then come home and tell us who else got in trouble. And so my parents were my first audience when I would come home. So they sit on the back porch, have a cup of coffee, and they would. So I think naturally that just kind of made me a storyteller on, how to talk about it. And then when I got to, I had a corporate job for a little bit. I was doing theater in Atlanta, and I was doing some indie movies and stuff. But I didn't start comedy in Atlanta. I moved to Dallas in 2007-ish, and I started stand-up in 2008 because it was like I had this need to perform, but I didn't have the time with having a day job. So the only thing I could do was like work during the day and then do this at night because I can control the schedule. And so that's kind of how it started. And then, you do something once and you like how dudes like to fish. Some people like to fish. Some people like, that's just an activity that just clears the mind. And so that's what comedy is for me. And it's always a battle. It's always a battle trying to make sure, like, strangers who don't know who I am, by the time I get done, it's like, oh man, who was that? And so I love the just the volley back and forth of like, I'm gonna try to say something real dumb and memorable, and hopefully you laugh, and then now we have a connection. I can't get enough of it.
How does your personality help you decide what parts of yourself to explore through comedy?
Just comfortability. Like if the older I get, the more comfortable I am talking about the weird stuff, because I think we all do weird stuff, and we don't know. We think other people are not like us, but it's like, oh shit, we all are weird. Everybody weird. I think everybody weird and everybody look funny. I think everybody look funny.
What's the look funny part?
Look, okay, so
like what?
So I dated this girl a couple years ago, and she was one of these Dreamcatcher sound bowl crystal bitches. You know what I mean?
I hate that you say it like that. Mind you, I love a good sound bowl.
Look, you see this dude, it took you 15 minutes, but now you laughing because you know who I'm talking about.
I'm talking about him.
This is the kind of chick who don't buy clothes at regular stores. She only buys stuff that somebody used to wear.
She's saving the environment.
Hey, look, I get it, but hey, sometimes you want something brand new. I want it from the factory. I don't care that somebody wore this in '97 and you found it and came back in style. I'm never gonna be in the sound bowls like you. But she was like she was into the Reiki stuff and which I think is cool, but it's like it's not my style. But she was cool. We did have a connection, but she had this exercise she wanted to do one day where she was like, let's look at each other's faces for 2 minutes straight. And you just lock eyes and you study the person's face. And it was like some exercise she wanted to do. Let me tell you something. You've never done it. You think you know somebody, you've never looked at somebody's face for 120 seconds straight. Without talking, let me tell you something. Try it. Everybody look weird. Everybody. Me, you, everybody. You have never looked at somebody that long. Every celebrity you think is beautiful, look at, and I'm talking about a photo, and we were sitting this close, face to face, and you start looking at eyebrows and nose, and you'd be like, man, you look weird. And I know I look weird to her, and I'm like, don't, and it's uncomfortable. And that shit is so funny that I go, and now to me, everybody the same. Everybody the same. Everybody, which means everybody's beautiful. But everybody, you look at somebody's face, you be like, man, your face is not congruent. But neither is mine. You be like, you start noticing stuff, you're like, I can't look at nobody that long no more.
Okay, how do you decide what's off limits to explore and what's not?
If a crowd allows me to, I will explore, because I do think there's a way. I know there's subjects that are uncomfortable to uncover, to unpack, but I don't think, if we're in agreement, then I think we can go there, because you understand that what I'm attempting to do is make something okay to go, oh, now we can just talk about it. It's not, I don't really think any subjects are off limits, because I think there's a way to curb it, because also, what's the setup? The punchline has to be set up right, but you have to allow me to go, what's your take on this? If you give me the opportunity to set up the take, then I'm pretty sure I can land it. But some people don't, you're like, I don't even want to talk about that. I go, yeah, but I'm sure we can get there. I don't think any I think it's always okay to explore it. And you've already, if you don't want to hear, you've already turned yourself off to the idea that this can't be funny. But if you do turn yourself on to the idea of anything can be funny, I promise you can enjoy it. Everything has an opportunity to be funny, because it don't have to be personal. Everything doesn't have to be a cause or like I don't stand on a hill of like trying to prove a point because you have to believe in what I say. This is not a declaration. This is just I'm stringing some words together that hopefully we can all laugh at. It's just a good time.
So, okay, when we are as human beings have different things that come up for us that make us curious about ourselves, but they are strange or weird, or this is the first time, how do you decide I'm going to trust this curiosity, or do you naturally reject it or trust it?
It's the ears that's around. The ears around have to be mature enough to go, and also know me to go, he might say something weird. But that's all. This is what is necessary. The amount of stuff that people get up in arms about, you don't even see in real life. You see it online. Right. Like most of the stuff that you get pissed at, you watched it somewhere, and then you got triggered. Turn off, live life. Most people pretty cool. Most people pretty chill. If I see. My first thought, if I see two people getting an argument in a parking lot of a grocery store, and it's a 50-year-old white lady and a 50-year-old black lady, I don't think racism number one. I think one of these people are probably an asshole. I don't see the race part up front. Now, when name is called, then I go, oh, it went there. But at first I go, one of them wrong and one of them right, or two people wrong, or two people think they right. That's it. I try to get past that idea. Could I be wrong in this moment, or are they wrong? I think people think too. Everybody wants to have a T-shirt. It's a T-shirt with a phrase to go, I believe in this thing, but it's like, do you? Do you really believe in this? Or you just bored and you got time?
Okay, because you brought that up, And you and I have talked about social media being a lot louder than real life and how we're in life and people feel so much kinder and men and women love each other more and all these conversations. So what do you think is happening on social that we are missing, that we are misunderstanding? I almost want to say particularly in the relationships between men and women. Not to like make it just about that, but I think it's an important topic right now. Like, what do we misunderstand about each other?
Don't know. You know how many people would be married right now if Instagram didn't exist? The amount of people that would have not passed on each other or gotten a chance to know, it's so hard. Like, it's like I thought I'd be married by now. I'm in my 40s now. I thought I'd be married probably like late 20s, early 30s. Instagram dropped, and I was like, oh shit, hoes in my pocket. And I'm talking about women. I'm talking about hoes.
What's
I can reach out to them.
okay?
I got like hoe baseball cards. I can just swipe through.
I'm like, okay, I'm almost trying.
And
to
that's hard. That's hard for you to compete with. Like good women are hoes interrupt what this could be. And then I can talk to them directly.
Why don't you interrupt it?
I'm too, because it's now I got to see where it goes. Is it going to work? Are you close? I'm be in New York next week. You in New York? I don't even know you. I can reach out, and that's hard for me to like. It's a distraction that keeps me from being with you because now I got options that I shouldn't even have. Like the fact like I've been doing very well for like the last 10 years, and I'm not really heavy on social, which I know I could probably be more famous if I was heavier on social, but I kind of I backed off of it to go. I need to live in real life. Like when we talked for a couple hours yesterday, didn't even look at my phone. Like I'm not, some people, you can tell when people scrolling and listen to you, but also reading something else. I put my phone away because I'm just talking to you, right? But I can't do that because like it desensitizes you from connection with the person. So I know that if I got the opportunity to reach out, like I don't put myself in positions that I can't get myself out of. Every now and then I'm like, I see bad bitches on Instagram all the time, and I'm like, nope, gotta turn that off. Got to turn it off. I got to get out of here because I don't even want to dive in. It'll drive you insane. And y'all got the same problem. Women got the same problem that a dude has because like now you see a dude that's probably a nice dude. You're like, man, I don't want to date an electrician. And that dude make $180,000 a year, fooling with power. And then the Spurs come in town.
That was so specific.
And then you can reach right out to a point guard while I'm out of town, and you might see him. You know how crazy that is? That's wild. That's wild. And then it makes you go, man, I don't even know if I can trust you. The trust issues come in because now you don't even need, I don't know, last time, just even as a friend, like another comedian comes in town, we don't exchange. We just like, yo, what's the IG? I'll hit you on. It's so easy to just like, somebody you even know, right? I mean, it's like, there's some people I see on Facebook or something that like I went to elementary school with, and I'm like, oh, how you been? I go, I shouldn't even know you. I shouldn't even know you no more. We had our season. Like we was cool when we was 9. Why we gotta be friends now? I shouldn't know you no more. Like I shouldn't know nobody that need $50. That's what Instagram is. Somebody can reach out to you you ain't talking to in 5 years and be like, hey man, I can really use $50. How you get to me? You shouldn't be able to get to me. I shouldn't know nobody that, I mean, like it'd be different. I'm talking about like if you need $20 for a valet is one thing. Oh, that's just my boy he need cash because he ain't got no cash. But if you not gonna eat tomorrow because you need $50, I shouldn't even know you.
But you should help.
Why? You ain't got my number. You caught me on IG. You shouldn't be able to talk to me. I hope it goes well, but I shouldn't know you no more.
Okay.
Nobody in this room should know somebody that needs $50. Because if you know somebody that need $50, you need to be at work right now. You ain't got time to be out here listening to me talk dumb shit. You need to be working. And I know it sounds
Crazy.
rude. It sounds rude.
Okay, I'll go rude. That's fine. It doesn't sound rude. I get it. That's why I asked about because I'm like, I know social disorients, and I think what we talked about so beautifully yesterday was like just real life and how different we see people and experience people in real life and how important that is and keeps us very grounded and the disassociation we have when it comes to social.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what
I mean, I think people would be better if social didn't exist. And I know it's a necessary tool now. I mean, relationships between men and women would be better. And I don't think it's as bad as
social makes it out.
Social makes it out to be. I mean, I don't think we really have that many problems. But at the same time, it's like, it's stuff being fed to you, and you start to think about like, oh, is that me? Do I feel like this? And you take on a problem that you don't really have. And and like it's like anxiety and the word trigger and all this kind of stuff. You hear it so many times, you go, oh, maybe that's what I have. And no, you don't. Turn that shit off, you'll be fine. Use it. I mean, I got that thing on Instagram that's like, oh, you've been on for 30 minutes today. Oh, okay, cool. Let me hop off. Let me look up. You know how many people gonna have weird ass necks in like 20 years? Motherfuckers' necks are gonna be motherfuckers' necks are gonna be fucked up. Look, let me tell you something. If you want to make money, be a chiropractor. People are gonna be fucked up. And look, I just said it, and you look right. The girl in the red jacket just look right back down.
I'm gonna take a quick pivot. What are you currently unlearning right now?
What am I currently unlearning?
Mm-hmm.
Feminism. I'm joking.
I'm like, not as a comedian, as a person.
I don't know. Unlearning. That's can you give me?
Yeah, I think that as we're all growing up, we abandon parts of ourselves to be liked, to be loved, to be accepted, and later in life we decide or get the opportunity to pick it back up. So I usually say that that's an unlearning and a relearning. So I don't know what you've had to currently unlearn to relearn, or if there has been something you've had to unlearn to release.
I don't know. Probably connecting with people. So I try. We kind of chopped it up about this on the phone yesterday a little bit. But there's going back and trying to figure out why you're away, why you are the way you are. It's like I have a natural avoidance of people after a certain amount of time. So, but figuring that out is like you do something, like you have a weird thing where like you might do something because you might have been raised by aunt or a grandmother, and so you see that thing every day, so you pick it up and that's what you do, right? Like it's a like I know I keep my wallet in my back right pocket, I keep a comb in my back left pocket, I keep this, and I keep my keys here, like because my dad did that, so it's a learned behavior because that's just how I watched him do that, and now I can't not do it, right? But my relationships with people was like I will give you all of me for a certain amount of time, and then I back up, which has ruined a lot of relationships, like especially romantic relationships. But I didn't know why I did it. But also would warn women, hey man, when we get to about 6-8 months, I'm going to pull away. Please, it's gonna seem like I'm running, but I'm not. I just do this and I don't know why.
When did you start learning how to communicate that? Because I'm sure there was a couple that got ruined before that.
Yeah, probably early 20s.
Okay.
Early mid 20s. I would notice I would do it, and they would get upset with me, rightly so. And I knew it was a problem. But I go, I don't know why I'm like this, but I'm telling you, look, we're gonna get about 6 months, 8 months in, and then I'm gonna pull away, but I'm gonna come back. I'm going to come back, but this maybe it's the only child thing. I mean, that's the only thing I really knew to place it on. And then probably about 3 years ago, I'm in a therapy session, and my lady now and my mom, we were all talking together, and I thought I was raised different than I was. Okay, like you think, like as a child, I go, this is what I imagine it was because these are the only pieces I heard about. And so every year when I was 6 or 7, I would go, first grade or whatever. And as soon as I got out of school, my parents would drive me up to St. Louis, drop me off for the summer so I could spend time with the family there. and then at the end of the summer, come pick me up. So 2.5 months, gone the whole summer. And so I'm sitting there talking to my lady and my mom, and my mom goes, "Oh no, you started that when you were like 8 months old. Your grandma, I was in school, I was working, and your grandma, you stayed in St. Louis 8 months out the year, and you were here 4, and you did that till you were 6, and then you started going for 2 months
Till you're 6?
till I was
Oh wow.
So I'm like, oh, she's like, oh yeah, you used to come back and not even know who we were, and I'm like, the fuck. So now this makes sense. So like now, so I go, I've never spent longer than 6 to 8 months anywhere. So every 2 or 3 years at home, we moved. So I'm moving school, neighborhoods. I'm going to see this family up here, and I'm hopping houses there. So I've never spent more than like 6 months with anybody at a time. So you go, oh, that's not me running. That's going like, I'm not used to having anyone this close that long. And so you start learning that, and talking to my therapist about it. She goes, oh, well, look at these ideas of what attachment styles are. How do you attach to people? Which is why I don't believe in love language, but I do believe in attachment styles.
Now, not believing in love languages is something we gonna come back to that. Okay, go ahead. I'm like, I love love languages.
But then, because now, but also the lady I'm with now will say, oh, I felt that from you, and then my mom goes, oh yeah, this is how it started. So now she knows. I tell her, hey, I'm gonna back up a little bit, and now she thinks it's bullshit, but now she heard confirmation from the person that raised me, and then I go, oh, but now I can recognize it, but I can tell you up front that this is going to happen. I mean, even to this day, like we'll be at the house, and I'll go. I'm like, hey, I need to go sleep in the guest room tonight. I'm in the house, but I need a second. And so now she knows it's not bullshit. Like I'm clinically diagnosed with give me a goddamn minute. That's what the therapist wrote on the pad. Give him a goddamn minute. Take that.
I love that, discovering that about yourself. So currently you're unlearning what part of that? Like now that you know that about yourself, are you unlearning why you do it? Are you unlearning that it's a bad thing? What part of it is making you unlearn?
Well, it took a minute because I had to find a therapist that could take a comic, because I had 2 therapists before that would laugh at stuff, which means I didn't trust them.
Which is so unfair because you were making them laugh.
I was trying to, because I guess maybe I didn't want to flush this stuff out.
Yeah.
But then by the time I got to this lady who worked with comedians, was like, yeah, that's funny. I'm not laughing at you. Continue. So I'm currently not seeing her now, but we did a lot of exercises to go recognize it, speak it, and put it out there so the people around you will at least know that you're not doing this on purpose. Because I mean, I don't think it's rude, because when I am with somebody, I give you all of my attention. So I think that's respectful. I do shift and go away, because like if I go to New York, everybody in New York has my full attention. If I go to Chicago, everybody in Chicago has my full attention, and then the people at home will have all my attention when I get back. And that's just how I try to give it to you. Like when I'm at a restaurant with you, I wouldn't even look at my phone. I'll leave the house sometimes without my phone. Like if we going to dinner, we going to dinner. I don't want you checking your shit. I'm not checking my shit. Let's spend this 90 minutes together, and like I'm focusing on you. And that's, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how not to let this thing consume me so that I can consume you. I ain't gonna lie, that was beautiful. that was pretty good.
I mentioned earlier about how we all abandon parts of ourselves to be liked or loved or accepted. Have you recognized something you have abandoned or did abandon about yourself that you got to pick up back up recently?
I'm gonna say no, only because I think I have the career-wise, it allowed me to not abandon stuff. Because I can say a lot of things that are maybe saying them the wrong way or with no tact, that people around me that care about me, that know me, know I'm well-intentioned. So I don't try to abandon anything, because I think it's all an experience. I think it's I don't know. I mean, I know it happens, and I think we overuse it, but like I don't think a lot of stuff that's happened to me is traumatic. Like people love to use trauma now, and it's like is it, or was that
because of
was
how
that just an experience that wasn't great at the moment? But also, like, if you learn how to just like, maybe I'll use this, and maybe that was just a hard lesson to learn. I don't know, there is trauma. Would never negate that, but maybe the word's overused to because like now you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. Like there's a I had a situation a couple years ago where this was very big Me Too era. This is like the height of it. And there's a dude I used to work with that got called out on some stuff that definitely, I mean, seems like it was real. So, you know, I don't talk to him like that anymore. But then I got kind of wrapped up in something where this girl was like, you talk to me weird. And so this is verbal abuse. I go, we broke up. This ain't abuse. One of us didn't want to be with the other one. I don't want to be with you. You can't talk to me like that. Well, how do I get out of this? It don't work. It don't take both of us to break up. It only take one. If I don't want to be with you, we done. That ain't abuse. We overuse some of these words and now they lose the meaning of it. But some shit is just a bad experience. I've been broken up with. I've been cheated on. I mean, does it give me trust issues later to find out I've been cheating on? Yeah, like now I'm a little more timid. I'm a little more closed off. But also I go, but can I afford to be that if I want to get to this place? If I want to get to a loving relationship, can I afford to really just hold back everything? Nah, if it was a bad experience. Maybe I got to do better.
What's the last thing you forgave yourself for the first time?
The last thing I forgave myself for.
For the first time.
You hit me with some stuff I don't be thinking about. Forgave myself for. I got a real interesting kind of weird relationship with my dad right now. And we had a real tough conversation like 2.5 years ago. And I think the last thing we've said to each other was not in the best context. And we had a real, but it's like just two dudes going at it, right? I mean, it's just two grown men going at it. And so I got to forgive myself for the way I talked to him that night, but also I felt weird about it in the moment, but I'm like, I need to say this. And he was funny. It's like, he's not recovered from it. And to me, I think it's just two men who just express themselves finally. And I wish he would come back around. But I do forgive myself for maybe I shouldn't have spoken like that, but I think it needed to be said like that so we can understand how I feel about it. And so, I mean, hopefully it corrects itself sooner than later. But I also understand like he didn't have a great relationship with his dad, but I had a great relationship with my grandfather. I'm like, I don't want this to repeat, so I need to say this now so that we can come back to a good place.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is really, the relationship with our parents, is there something recently or even in this conversation that you learned about them that's helped you learn more about yourself as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because I'm 50% him, 50% her. I mean, not even just in the DNA, but just like mannerisms and the way, I mean, I'm so logical from my dad. I mean, he don't even know how much I'm like, yo, let me tell you something. If I got batteries like a motherfucker, okay? My dad had a battery drawer when I was growing up. You need a battery, nigga, I got batteries. Let the remote or something need a 9-volt. Bitch, we got 90 of them in this drawer. We ain't never gonna need no batteries. I ain't bought a 4-pack in 20 years. We gonna have batteries. There's a flashlight in every corner. If the power goes out, we got candles. Like, it's like stuff my dad taught me. It's like that just rubs off on you. So it's a lot of stuff that he didn't even know that I'm trained to do. Like, I don't let my girl's car go below half the tank. It's just, innately, I go, you gonna ride around on a full tank. So I think we all, if you did grow up with two parents, you just like them. Yeah. You just like, I mean, at least I think so. Everything I've ever seen from a 2-parent household, that person is a split of both of them.
So when you experience parts of yourself that, you're not so fond of, do you deal with it yourself or pull them into dealing with it?
Them as in?
Like parents.
Nah, because I think they raise an adult who knows that life ain't gonna be easy. Like it's I used to have a teacher when I was in high school, Mr. Huckabee, who was a very a very logical dude. He was just between him and I had a college professor who was kind of the same guy, but they both would say stuff like, life ain't fair, but you're not dead. You got a chance to correct this thing. And like, it don't, what you gonna do? It don't really matter. And so I mean, some could go wrong, but I'm like, I think about the solution before I got the problem. I don't let the problem set in. What's the fix? And which is also different because I do think women are different in that way because I've dealt with a lot of women in my life, but also even the one I'm currently with, she has to soak the problem in. Like she needs to cry about it or something like that. And my only job is like, let's fix it right now. I can fix it. And she's like, sometimes I just need to let it out and cry. But I'm not wired like that. So I need to go away, well, these tears, I don't do these tears. So go over there and cry, or I'll leave. Then can I fix it? Because I can fix it. I mean, I do believe I can fix it. So
you brought that up a couple different ways in regards to like something hard or challenging or traumatic or whatever those words are, and not necessarily digesting it as such. So how does it work when you are like, a joke off stage? You're processing life through laughter, but off stage when it really is like the joke isn't enough. Does that ever come up? Does that ever happen?
Yeah, but I mean, that's the best part is like if something happens off stage, that's when it gets on stage. So I'll look at it to go, oh man, this is going to be very funny in 2 weeks.
While it's happening?
Oh yeah, I go, this is going to be hilarious. It can be, oh man, it can be so funny in real time to go, man, this is a disaster. This is a disaster. This is going to cost me money. This is going to cost me time. But I go, man, this shit going to be hilarious in 2 weeks. I know it. I mean, I had a pipe burst about a year and a half ago in the back of the house. And I was like, I'm a man, but I ain't like a man like that. Like, I don't know how to fix pipes. Right? But then I go, all right, now I got to call a real man to come over here and fix this shit. I got soft ass hands. And this dude show up to fix pipes, and this motherfucker's hands feels like feet. I mean, like they rough, and he drive a truck, and he's a little dirty. Like real dude's always just a little bit dirty. Like he clean, but he dirty. And he got the toolbox built in the back of the truck, and he fixes shit in 6 minutes. And it makes you upset that he's so good at what he do. But I need this dude, right? And I go, this about to cost, I mean, he fixes shit in 6 minutes, and it cost me like $1,100. And I'm pissed in the moment, but I go, this is going to be hilarious in 2 weeks. I'm telling you. And that's just a part of the, hands feel like feet. I wrote that shit down immediately, and y'all just laughed at it. You see what I'm saying? My pain, that $1,100, I made that $1,100 back.
Before we wrap, I just want to ask, what's something that you used to value that you don't value anymore?
The comic in me wants to go pussy, but like
the person under the comic. But that's I'm like,
I do still value it.
Yeah. I was like, let's.
But I don't. It ain't because when you come up, like I'm a '90s kid, born '80s, but like, and that's kind of what we learn. Like it's like it's such a. I'm only trying to do well to get it. Right? I mean, it's like, because that's all they fed us growing up in Atlanta, as in that era. So like, now it's I mean, I think that is the answer. But now it's
So go deeper, because you mean what? Relate like sleeping around? Do you mean dating a lot of women? What do you mean?
Yeah, I wish I hadn't have done that, but at the same, I think I've probably learned how to appreciate, well, one, women, but two, there's to appreciate a friendship to go, I'm not trying to knock down every woman I meet. I'm not trying to, I can have a friendship with somebody. We've been friends for, years now, but like, there's a, because you can't get roped into the trend of what is being pushed, of going like, all right, I got to go out to a club every night and try to get numbers and reach out to chicks on this and that, because like, what do I really want from it? The value in a person maybe not. Maybe it does work out to where there's intimacy there. Maybe it's supposed to just be a friendship. Maybe we're supposed to just be colleagues. But you don't. And I know I know dudes in their 20s probably still have this. But now that I'm in my 40s, I look back at my 20s and go, "Oh man, it was only about make money, get some." And now to grow up and go, "Oh man, I did this very wrong." Luckily, I still have a lot of those great friendships because I know I purposely didn't mess them up. Because, like I said earlier, I don't put myself in positions where I can screw myself up. And there have been times, but majority of the time, it's been choosing it wisely. I mean, to get to this age and have the experience that I have and have no kids and no diseases is amazing. Is amazing.
Like, should we clap?
I mean, I'm wearing a Magic City sweatshirt right now, and I've been going there since I was 14. I've lived a life.
You've seen things.
I've seen a lot of stuff. I could have messed up a lot, but luckily, I mean, I had good people around me and people that understood me, and it's very important. Relationships are important, and you got to take care of them, and you got to know when to give people up.
So, what's something you didn't value that you do value now?
Time. I think time is like sometimes it's like I don't spend as much time on feelings as I do going like I care about your feelings more than I care. Like my feelings come second. Are you okay? Like friends and family. As long as if you give and I give, we both get served. So time is like the most important thing. Like I mean, especially to a dude. I know. I'm not saying that women don't value it, but I think dudes often think about time just every day is like, I gotta either make myself better or I'm doing this for something in the future. I think to value time is probably the biggest and the best thing. I think anybody can use it wisely. If you're gonna waste it, carve that little bit of time out to go, all right, I'm fucking around right now. I'm giving myself 2 hours to not do shit, be lazy, whatever. But time, I think, is something I think I value way more. And the time with a person, time at work, time in the yard, time. I mean, I love working in my yard. I love spending time with my neighbors, my friends. Like I've really valued relationships, and I think it all boils down to time.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, love. Thank you.
Thank you guys for being here. Can we clap for Tone Bell, please?
Appreciate y'all.
Make sure you guys check out Human to Human. It is everywhere. It's on REVOLT Network, but also, Spotify, Apple. Had a lot of great guests like Tone, have a lot of beautiful, deep conversations about figuring out the human experience, which is something I am extremely passionate about. If you want to keep in touch with me, my social is OneTakeStace, ONETAKESTACE on Instagram, Twitter, all the places. And thank you guys again for being here. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching this episode of Human to Human. If you like this episode, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and share with a friend. Check out our playlist for new episodes of the show. And remember, curiosity is the pathway to consciousness. So let's take the next step together.